missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, the guidance subsystem drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. Line up at the start. Your test is over.
And you're off. Hydrocoptic marsal veins. Capacitive directants. Ambipatient lunar wane shaft. Reciprocation ding alarm.
The system has acquired a variation. It is not sure just where it is. However, it is sure where it isn't, within reason. And it knows...
The rumor come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay?
What's up? You're listening to Bug and Moss.
Whoa! Good morning, Bug.
Good morning, Moss.
Yeah, from the skittering studios underneath your favorite rock, you're tuning in to the Bug and Moss morning telephone show at 7 o'clock on your Thursday, April 30th, the final day of April, the last Daypril.
The last Daypril. And it's not Monday anymore. It's Thursday.
Yeah, finally, we've made it to Thursday, straight from Thursday to Monday. We're hanging out here in the Bug and Moss morning telephone show. You'll notice the sun, if you're watching the stream, is not bouncing around. And for that, I have, a solution. Aha. It is fixed. Okay. Our little interesting audio clip that we had out the jump there from our friend Az in the Discord. We had a bunch of people doing Duke Nukem impressions, which was very fun, except it wasn't Duke Nukem, it was Duke's Nukem.
Yeah, Duke's Nukem.
In honor of you, Bug, and your mayo.
I am so happy. It's my favorite thing. I've downloaded them all. I even figured out how to get into the inspector on my browser for the ones that were OGG files, and I got them. They're mine.
Hell yeah. And you know how the classic line is, I came here to kick ass and chew gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Hell yeah.
We were trying to think of what would be the closest thing to mayo, and so what we came up with was I came here to whip eggs and eat gunk. And so I also have this.
I came here to whip eggs and eat gunk. And I'm all out of gunk.
So stupid. I love it so much. So yeah, thank you to Az and Colin and Coyote and everyone who sent in, and Matt who sent in some. If you want to jump in the fun, hop in the Discord at bugandmoss.com/Discord. It's been we have a good time.
We have a really good time. I want those to play like when I walk into a room. I want to bust in the gynecologist today, kick in the door.
I came here to kick ass and spread legs, and I'm all out of ass.
What?
I don't know. I don't know. What would it be for the gynecologist? We'll workshop it.
We'll think about it.
Good morning to Egg Queen, a new chatter hanging out in the chat. Pretty sure that is our friend Elle. And Elle has said that there is a headline going on that she wants to share, and I think she posted it in chat. And oh shit, yeah, okay. Things look a little bit crazy over there. So why don't we start off real quick with this?
Oh, hey, chat. How you been?
So, a quick check-in with chat. Although this seems a little scary, Elle says, okay, so yeah, there's a situation unfolding in central London right now, which is that Farringdon Station is closed due to a potential gas leak, but maybe a bomb threat? There are armed forces there. Crazy.
Yeah, there are. I'm looking at it now. It looks like some passengers reported feeling unwell, which led to the suspicion of a gas leak.
That's scary.
That's very scary.
Be safe, Elle. Be safe out there.
But it seems like they're doing the right thing, which is shutting it down and figuring out what's going on.
It is wild to say gas leak or bomb threat, because those I feel like those require two very different types of address. You know what I mean?
They do.
There's either gas in the air or a bomb on the ground.
And you don't want both.
No.
It's not a good combo.
And like for one of them, well, I don't know what you do for a gas leak. Maybe a giant Luigi's Mansion style vacuum.
Was it my mom? Was it my mom that was telling us that crazy story about what they thought was a gas leak in the pipes? And so there was gas, presumably, it was a gasoline leak from a nearby gas station. And they
Yeah.
thought that gas was in the water.
Yeah.
And so they had to shut down her hotel and the entire block.
That's the thing that can happen with natural gas, like pipelines too, is that because, a lot of these service lines run close to each other. I've heard, and I don't know the specifics on this, so don't quote me on this. I don't have another raw milk moment. But like when something happens, if there's a fracture, you can end up with natural gas getting into the water, and then you have like water from the sink
You have
with
fire
gas
water.
in it that you can light on fire. I've seen short videos of people lighting their sinks
God.
on fire. Yeah.
Water
Crazy.
not supposed to make fire. Put fire out.
Yeah, it's really supposed to do the opposite. So anyway, that is our quick little check-in with chat. Elle, I hope you stay safe today.
Yeah,
That
don't
is-
go anywhere. Just stay at home.
Colin says if it is both a gas leak and a bomb, then the person gets bonus damage from using a combo.
That's true. They definitely do.
And Atticus says plus 50 XP.
Oh, yeah.
And Spooky Spouses says the check-in with chat music is the music that's playing in my head at all times of the day, and that is correct.
Yeah.
When I heard that track, I was like, check-in with chat. And I thought it was perfect for that. Okay, and Elle says, I'm so home. Good.
Hell yeah,
Today's
that's
a
what we
good
like to
day to be
see.
home. So we've got some voicemails for you on the show today. I have an Is This Anything? I want to talk about Schmigus Dingus. And then we've got a people also ask on my end of things. What's on your side of the studio?
I have basically nothing. There's no news. Everything is bomb threats and gas leaks. There's no cute animals doing anything. And so I think that all I can offer is a bug advice. I will either go ham on my fallback, or if anybody wants to drop any advice suggestions in the chat, we'll see if anything speaks to us.
Wicked fun. I love that. Let's start out with some voicemails.
Let's do it.
Every morning also, I'm always like, I have my fingers crossed. I'm like, maybe she has a film buffering because I
know.
I love playing those games.
The problem is you have to start seeding any movies you are aware of or have seen, because I have to think, is there any world in which he could guess this?
Yeah.
And that limits us a lot to Disney movies. And I know there are more you're aware of.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but you have little sisters.
Yeah.
So I know, without asking you, which I can't do, right, that you've seen most of the basics from our childhood.
Yeah, but I've also seen like my Willy Wonkas. I've seen both of those, although there's 3 now.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen some things, but
Well, that's the problem, right? Which ones?
yeah,
So-
all right, fair.
Maybe
right.
you need to keep a list, like a diary entry in the Discord somewhere.
A very short list of movies I have seen.
Yeah, or just know about.
Yeah, Airplane's on that.
That's true.
Colin says my Willy Wanka more like. Got him. 848 Mossbug is the number to call. You can also send a text, 848-667-7284. It's a real phone, real number. Dial it up. If you're international, unfortunately, I think it's weird. I don't remember how that works.
Yeah, you can text one of us if you know us like that, or you can send us an email to whatever the fuck you want at bugandmoss.com.
And right now we've got a new caller from we've got a new voicemail from a new caller from the 603, the Granite State, my home state of New Hampshire.
Short-time listener, first-time caller.
Hi, this is Leonard from New Hampshire, a ghost of the Northeast past, and I'm calling to stand in solidarity with Moss on the subject of bagels.
Wow.
Fuck holes in bagels.
Yes.
Bunch of useless bullshit. It brings to mind some sage advice or words of wisdom that were given to me as a young boy from a very inebriated Englishman when he was talking about the subject of buying Swiss cheese. He said, I told him I don't want any holes in it. I want all the fucking cheese I pay for. And that's how I feel about bagels. I want all the bagel I pay for.
Yes.
Some of you may be quick to point out that cheese is weighed by the pound, and in fact, he is getting all the cheese that he paid for. And to you, I say that you're a non-believer. Fuck you.
Yeah.
All right. If I had a question, I would ask, is there any sage advice that was given to you as a young lad or lass or whatever you may be that you remember fondly, even if it doesn't really make sense? All right. Bye.
Amazing. Leonard, thank you so much for calling in.
That was beautiful. I also love fuckholes is exactly what we're talking about.
Fuck those holes. We don't need them in our bagels.
but also you need them to fuck the bagels.
Okay, we're going to leave that one to lie because that's not the target use of if bagels had a label in the directions.
You're saying that's an off-label use?
It would say don't do that.
Well, I think it would probably not address it, if we're being honest.
Leonard in the chat says, I stand by it. Fuck the whole end of the bagel if you're going to do it right.
Okay, that's fine. I think that's fair.
I loved Leonard. It's great to hear your voice again because Leonard has such an iconic voice and delivery style. that was delightful.
I've heard some of Leonard's music, right?
Yes, yeah. If you're into black metal, check out Malakath, Leonard's music. Leonard is fucking incredible.
We'll link it in the chat, so don't worry about spelling.
Yeah, Leonard and I have been friends since I think we met in like this remedial English class, punishment class in high school. And then we've hung out a bunch. I love that guy. Leonard's the best. And that's not just because Leonard's on my side about the bagels thing.
I mean, it is today, but...
Yeah, today, yeah. Because the bagel discourse, in my opinion, felt very one-sided.
Okay.
I felt like it was just me versus everyone in chat. And so I feel vindicated knowing I'm not the only one who doesn't need the hole in the bagel. And I'm sorry to Atticus, who says this is heresy.
Yeah, Atticus, as a New Englander, is like, no. I have to speak to something else that Leonard said, mostly just because I think it's interesting, which is, do you know why Swiss cheese has holes?
It's a gas thing, right?
Yeah, Swiss cheese is like a common moniker that usually is being labeled on Emmentaler, which is an Alpine-style cheese that has got that like kind of funk. But yeah, it's from gas in the cheese-making process. So... I think probably some really cheap Swiss cheese. I bet you they just like fucking blast CO2 through like really cheap, like bubbly wine.
So those holes are like because of bacterial farts in the cheese.
Yeah, it's farts.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're holes made from farts.
Hell yeah, man.
Which I think is super important.
Yeah, I think there's wisdom in that.
I think there is.
Before we get into our answer to Leonard's question about any sage advice that you remember, Colin says, actually, I have a question. If there's donut holes available from the dough in donuts that gets taken out, why aren't there bagel holes? I feel ripped off. To which Coyote Astronaut says, oh man, bagel holes would heckin' rip.
Dunkin's got you covered, boys.
They do. They do make little
and
bagel
I
balls.
fucking love them. They fill them with cream cheese exactly like I want.
Here's a question I have for you, Bug. Because you probably know the real answer, and I don't.
You do know the real answer. You've made bagels.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know. Okay, so that answers it before I've asked it.
Yeah.
So what I was going to query was that, is it because when you make do you take the hole out when you make donuts?
Yeah, you do.
Because when you make bagels, you just kind of like form a tube and then stick the ends together and mush them.
Yeah, that's the sad truth is that when you make donuts, and this is fucking annoying, so I'll give you all that. I could give or take holing a donut, except for how much easier it is to pull them out of the fryer. Genuinely, like a lot of the burns I have are for donuts that didn't have holes.
Oh gosh.
Because you can just use a big stick, and if you've ever seen bagels like on posts at the bagel shop where they'll be like stacked, it's because you can just rack them up and fucking spear them through the hole. But with donuts, you have to hold them with a holer, and I probably have carpal tunnel from fucking that.
That's crazy.
Because you cut them with a big... So, okay, imagine a pizza cutter, but there's like 9 or 10 wheels on it, and it's on one of those accordion arms. We use this at the bakery I work at now, too, to cut our baked goods like brownies and coffee cakes, like our big tray bakes.
Did you work at a cartoon bakery, Bug?
All bakeries are cartoon bakeries. So bakery actually has like a historical origination in Toontown. Humans didn't have bakeries until we joined with Toons. Bakeries are inherently Toon.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The accordion stretch out like polar thing is
silly, but that's
next level.
It's kind of offensive to say it's silly. It's Toon. It's Toon.
It's Toon. It's Toony.
Yeah.
So do you have any sage advice that was given to you from someone when you were a child that you remember fondly, even if it was complete nonsense?
Oh, so much, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like any little bit of nugget.
I got one nugget, which is I was a big fucking nose picker. You can probably tell just by looking at me. I was a real digger. And I think everybody in my life at some point was just like, pick me a winner.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I heard you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Yeah.
Some classic ones.
Pick me a winner is my favorite one. It means nothing and gives me nothing, but it didn't make me feel like shit, but was like a really gentle way to be like, get your fucking hand out of your nose.
I can't think of any like particular wisdom things, but I want to take a minute and talk about maybe like favorite sayings or things. You know, there's like little like folk wisdom rhyming sayings that people have, kind of like pick your friends, pick your nose, can't pick your friend's nose, pick me a winner. Like not even necessarily rhyming, just those
Like
kinds of things.
colloquialisms.
Yeah, colloquialisms.
Colloquialism.
What are some of your favorite ones of those? Because my current favorite one is one I picked up recently, which is all hat, no cattle.
All hat, no cattle.
It's very for someone who's all talk, no action.
Yeah. I mean, I obviously love a Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy.
It's just a song.
I don't know. I feel like they're all escaping me in this moment. I love like cliches and idioms. They're some of my favorite things. Anything eternal is hell.
Oh, okay.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
I was thinking sort of goofy things your parents say to you, but that one was pretty metal, dog.
Yeah, I like that. That's my not tramp stamp.
Oh, yeah. Anything
it's just in the middle of my back.
Yeah. Is there like a range, like as, you know how like character creators, you place a tattoo and you slide it up? And
if you were sliding it, it is in the dead center of my back.
It's perfect for crop tops, though.
Yeah, because I wear really short crop tops. I need to get a tramp stamp. And our friend Stephanie had a really good idea recently, which is that we should get butterflies, but like on fire.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Which also, because we're Aries, which would be very cute for us.
I love that.
What tramp stamp would you get?
What tramp stamp would I get? Probably some dorky electrical schematic, if we're honest.
Yeah, like a little circuit.
Yeah, probably just like a power amplifier circuit on my backside, or like a filter circuit or something. Something
I think that's
super
very
nerdy.
cute.
Or I'll just let chat pick what I get as a tramp stamp if anyone has any ideas. I want to say good morning to some new folks in chat. Jordan, good morning. I don't know if I said good morning to you. Alex, good morning. Good morning. Sudsley, Sid, the Kingmaker is here. Sid is the person who pushed us over the 25 follows line to affiliate on Twitch. So shout out, Sid.
We'll remember you when we get our next 25.
Follow Sudsley on Twitch if you would like to. Sid rules. And we have some folk wisdom also floating around in the chat, which Jordan threw out, putting glitter on a turd.
Very good.
Colin said, with great power comes great responsibility. That's pretty classic. French Alexander, Alex Taylor says, red Solo Cup, I pick you up.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And then Az says, instead of same shit, different day, I like same soup, different broth.
I love that.
I think that would be great. And Jordan says, Moss could get a schematic for a poop machine.
That's really good.
My tramp stamp.
Tramp stamp. Also, Egg Queen says that you should get a bagel tramp stamp with the hole.
Never. I'll get a Bialy at most, and I'll get a ringer. Tell you what, we'll split the difference. We'll put the bagel somewhere else, a little south, and we'll call that good. 848 Moss Bug is the number to call if you want to leave a voicemail. We've got one other one sitting in there that we can get to later. Bug, what was it that you had said you had? I already forgot. Oh, you were going to do a bug advice, but you said you didn't have anything else?
No, I don't have anything else. And I would love some suggestions for advice, or I'll just harp on my old standby.
Ooh, okay.
I can harp on it for a while, so.
We'll let it sit and see if any advice rises to the surface. And in the meantime, there's something I've been dying to share.
Okay.
Is this anything, nothing, something, or still nothing? Is this anything at all?
This is definitely something, because I want to tell you about Schmigus Dingus.
Schmigus Dingus?
Do you know Schmigus Dingus?
Dingus, is that our son from the future?
It sounds like our son from the future, doesn't it? No, it is just the most delightful name for a very interesting holiday tradition in Poland that I did not know about. Schmigus Dingus. It happens on Easter Monday across Central Europe and in parts of Eastern and Southern Europe. There's another word for it that I do not know how to pronounce because it's in Polish, and it's one of those ones that has like a lot of Z's and K's.
I have a liturgical question.
What is that?
Is Easter Monday the Monday before or the Monday after?
Easter Monday is the second day of Eastertide. I have no fucking clue, dude.
Okay, if anybody, God, this shit's hard.
Yeah.
Easter every day, I guess.
But what's important is that the celebration for Schmigus Dingus is a water gun fight.
Hell
or just
a
nationwide water fight day that everyone has. It originally, it goes back to it's got religious roots. It's got these classic holiday stuff where it goes way back, very religious origins. The original sort of celebration was that traditionally little boys would pick pussy willows out of the ground, and if any girls they have crushes on, they would smack them in the legs with the pussy willow gently, and then the girls had to give them a painted egg, and then on the next day they could splash people with water So it was a bunch of stuff like that. Nowadays, they just have big water gun fights.
Yeah.
I found out about this while I was on the toilet reading Reddit, and I scrolled past this video of these firefighters driving down a city street and blasting people in their gardens with fire hoses. And the people in the gardens were firing back and like throwing water balloons. And it was the whole street. And I was like, what is this? And so I looked it up, and it's Schmigus Dingus.
I assume that you've created an AI model you're running locally that you're running Wikipedia's API through that is inventing pages every time you hit a button.
Don't believe me? Treat yourself to the page. Check out Wikipedia. It's SMIGUS DYNGUS. Schmigus Dingus. Also called, as Elle has pointed out, Wet Monday.
Wet Monday. You better watch out this next Wet Monday because I'm going to beat the shit out of you with one of those things. I'm going to chase you around with a pussy willow all fucking day.
Yeah, please do. And beat me in the legs with it.
Yeah.
Traditionally. But yeah, so I thought that was just a cool holiday tradition that was worth sharing. Schmigus Dingus. Never heard of it before. Just never encountered it. Love it.
So important to me that Dingus is DYN.
Yeah.
Like that just really hits. Dingus. We should all celebrate this. We should make this our official holiday.
We could, yeah. I mean, I would. Well, it's not ours, right? It's Polish, and
well,
also
sure. I mean, like, I just mean we should celebrate it.
And admittedly, I don't know if there are like very many like deeper connotations, and it obviously reinforces like stereotypical gender roles and stuff, like the boy-girl.
Well, we'll take that.
things.
You can hit anybody with
Yeah,
it.
it is like, from my understanding, because I did like look into it, but I just know that I don't have the full cultural context. It is like pretty far removed from that now, and it's mostly about Wet Monday and just blasting people with water.
Yeah, well, so we're, I almost said, we, like Stephanie Meyer appropriating whatever the fuck she wants, can just have our own take on this called Wet Monday. No, I think we should honor these traditions, and I want to take from it my favorite part, which is hitting each other with sticks and shooting each other with water guns and hoses.
Specifically pussy willows, which is extra good. Like, you got to go find those, and then, yeah.
They're usually, like, when there's a drainage ditch off the side of a badly built road, I see them there.
Yeah, no.
So I think we can probably get some.
We had a pussy willow bush near my house growing up as a kid, and I remember seeing it and thinking they were bugs at first. The little things. I thought they were like caterpillars.
Am I right? I thought, are pussy willows and cattails different?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, wait. Pussy willows are like the little fuzzy lumpy guys that stick off of the sticks. Wow, an alarming message has just come in from chat. Jordan says, Happy Wet Monday. This year, Linz and I are going to drive to Kentucky and beat the shit out of you, boss.
Fucking do it. I dare you to come and beat the shit out of us. Come meet me in person, coward.
Cattails are those big, like, hot dog on a stick looking
so I'm
things?
picturing the cattails. I don't think I knew what a pussy willow was.
Yeah, no, pussy willows are like the little nubby things. They do kind of look like little caterpillars.
So it's a bit crazy to me because cattails are like pretty soft and like spindly, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, no, those tops, those are pretty firm.
I guess, but the pussy willow looks like we're picking switches for each other.
Yeah, well, you don't hit people hard.
Okay. I don't think so, though, right? Like, if you're going out there and you're hitting the other kids, you're getting it.
I'm sure that's true, but it does. Everything I read did say, like, you're supposed to just, like, kind of gently bat at people's legs with them. So who knows? Well, Elle says, nah, we hitting.
Yeah. You remember the era we came up in, the sort of boys are mean, throw rocks at them era?
Yeah.
We've got a lot to get through, and we're gonna have to do it with sticks.
I just imagine doing this with milkweed instead of pussy willows.
Man, what the fuck is milkweed?
Milkweed? What do you mean? What is bug? Have you been out? You're a bug.
Milkweed is just like flowers. It's the ones that the butterflies like to sip on.
Oh, it's not just flowers. Yo, that's a wild thing to say.
Oh, is it like the thorny kind?
No, it has these nasty sort of oblong pointy pods that like leak this white milk. And it smells weird, and you can peel them, and they're stretchy. When I was a kid, we were obsessed with them. We would gather up a bunch of them and then have a milkweed fight and throw it at each other, and then we'd all smell like that stuff. It's kind of like not acetic, what is it, Purell or Germex? Antiseptic. Not quite an antiseptic, but like a little bit of an astringent smell to it.
Astringent.
It's weird, man. How would you describe milkweed smell, chat? Tell
us how it smells.
In the list of sentences I thought I would say as an adult, how would you describe the smell of milkweed, chat? Wasn't on there.
Hey, Jordan, can we get a stinger where you're just like, give us a smell. Tell us a smell.
Hey, chat, describe the smell of milkweed.
What's that smell?
That shit used to grow everywhere on the playgrounds when I was a kid. And yeah, we used to fight with it.
I mean, I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. So anyway, that's Schmegus Dingus. And I wanted to, share that light with our little Bug and Moss community.
I think it's beautiful. And again, unfortunately, my culture as a white lady is to take it and do it, which I need to get rid of. I need to stop.
That's so funny. I am pulling up AJ's business card because I want to make sure that we give him a shout out. Bug.
Heck yeah. AJ is our friend who, like me, is ordained, but unlike me, lives in the Northeast and can come and do all of your ordination type needs and services. Also, he's a notary.
Yes. Our friend AJ at Sermons and Such has sponsored the show on patreon.com/Bug and Moss at the community partner level, which means AJ gets an ad read at least once a week. And AJ runs a little business called Sermons and Such. AJ's very funny, extremely charismatic, and if you need anything either notarized or anything done by an ordained minister, which I'll be honest, don't know what that means.
Mostly getting married.
Probably mostly getting married.
Also, if you need life advice.
If you need like a tight 5 little comedy routine, do you call an ordained minister?
I think you can.
You could. Well, you could call AJ because he's pretty funny.
Yeah, I would also argue that if I was going to call someone and I didn't have a lot of time and I needed someone who would show up and command a crowd, I'd probably reach for a minister.
That's fair.
I'd be like, can you do like a tight 5 and be light on the God stuff? Like, let's go.
Yo, fam, come check out my flock. Can you land me like a tight 5? No cap. On God.
On God.
Respectfully.
Respectfully on God.
Sermons and Such. AJ Carroll, ordained minister and notary public based out of Concord, New Hampshire. Sermons_such@yahoo.com. Or you can call, got your pens ready, 561-541-5944. That's 561-541-5944.
And I do feel like it's important to mention, in case you don't know, AJ is not a Christian minister. AJ is like a non-denominational, whatever, do your thing.
Yeah, non-Euclidean.
Non-Euclidean.
Sort of ageometrical.
Weirdly biblically accurate.
Yeah, yeah. He's got red hair.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
If that's what you like.
Yeah, if that's what you look for in a minister. When you go up on ministers only and you're typing in your tags, and if you put in red hair, AJ will show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. French Alexander says, on God, but not too much.
Not too much. You got to keep it chill.
Yeah, you got to keep it respectful. God's on the 1s and 2s. I don't know.
6'7".
Yeah, 6'7", dude. 6'7". This show has devolved into absolutely nothing.
I hope someone tuned in right then as we're just like fucking brain rotting.
Yeah, and to put a button on the brain rot bit here, Colin says, Euclidean? Isn't that a gynecologist?
If I say that to my gynecologist, I think she'll charge me extra.
The gynecologist that you compared, I think, the other day to a horse doctor?
Yeah, to a horse or other large animal doctor, which is a compliment. Like in the area that we live, this is a good job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, Bug, it's 7:27 on the morning telephone show.
Hell yeah.
What's cooking over in Bugland?
All right. Okay, listen, I'll do my thing. And I know we've kind of talked about this before, but let's talk about some bug advice.
How about a little advice from Bug?
I don't want to have to do this, and I don't want to have to say this in this way, but you have to get better at talking on the phone.
Talking on the phone.
Yeah.
So this is pretty pertinent to our real life at the moment. I have a phone call that I need to make to a Nissan dealership, which arguably I would rather call anywhere but a dealership.
Yeah.
I would rather call a funeral director and
plan my own funeral.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't know, ask them to kill me than call a car dealership. They don't. I don't think
they really want us to help you understand. It's a big misconception.
You'd think they would though, because it'd be in their interest, wouldn't it? But
they don't want you to die. They just want you to come to them when you do.
Yeah, that's fair. But so I have to call Nissan because my car has been immobilized for like over a month
One of
now.
our tires went flat.
But that's not what did it. The car one day, Bug was driving and a fucking notification popped up on the screen that said, hey, next time you park the car, it won't start again.
Yeah, that was cool. I was like, well, I think I'll turn around and maybe park it at home.
Yeah, and so I'm glad you did because it was right. It wasn't lying. It has not started since then. But I'm dreading to call this dealership. So some bug advice would be helpful.
I'm seeing a lot of things in the chat. People are very angry, and I hear you, and I get it. I really, really get it. Despite the way that I look, act, and generally am, I grew up very shy and very adverse to any sort of interaction that I hadn't already had before. And I guess the way that my family dealt with what would turn out to be undiagnosed ADHD was that they probably also had that. And so I was taught pretty directly a lot of coping skills in a way that I don't think a lot of people are. I was very lucky to be surrounded by like very strong, like independent people who really wanted to help me be strong and independent. And they were just like, you are going to have to be able to talk on the phone. You know, kind of in the way that when you have a kid, you're preparing them for the world. Mm-hmm. I had a village around me that was like, if you can't talk on the phone, it's going to make your life really hard. And this is obviously, specifically, I'm talking to people who have like the ability, like the hearing ability to talk on the phone and the speaking ability to talk on the phone. If that's not you, this isn't for you. You're fine. But if that is you, I do think that it is worth your time to get better at phone. I'm not bullying you.
How do you get better at phone though? Because like I wasn't afraid of the phone as a kid. As a kid, I'll fucking call anyone. I called 911 just to chat as a kid.
I think we all.
So like, so this is a new problem for me at least, which is why it's hard to deal with as an adult. So like, what do you do? How are you driven to phone?
Anxiety is hard. But there is a part of this that is just going to be immersion therapy.
Oh, so making phone calls?
No, well, I would say making phone calls, but you can start small. If you're someone who like me, I dread phone calls even with my friends I love talking to. Like I will just be like, oh my God, this is going to take forever. It's going to be like weird. And like, it's going to like, I'm not going to know what to do with myself. It's always a blast. I always don't want to hang up. I'm always so glad I caught up with my friends. So like start there. Start by calling that one friend or family member you have who you know prefers to be called over texted.
I mean, that is me though, because like I do still like talking on the phone. I used to talk on the phone for literally like 8 hours at a time. As a kid, I had a friend in Ohio and I lived in New Hampshire. Oh God, sorry, I'm burping like crazy. And we would I would like climb the tree in my backyard with the wireless handset and I would sit in the tree just for hours chatting on the phone with my friend Joseph. And so like, I still like talking on the phone to friends. I think for me, it's the business ones. Or if I have to make a phone call that I know is going to affect my life down the line, like calling this dealership where I'm going to have to like plan an appointment.
Yeah.
And I know they're going to upsell me. Or if I'm going to also I'm broke and they're going to be such a pain in the ass no matter what. Like that kind of stuff.
I'm going to give you guys real concrete advice for a business call. And I'm glad Egg Queen is here for this because she's also a phone girl.
Elle has thrown some very good advice in the chat.
So a quick ref to something that Elle's thrown in the chat is that if it's a business call, like practice, think about what you're going to say. I used to have to cold call for a job I was really bad at, and I hated it.
Oh,
it sucked.
Sales calls?
Yeah, it was a fucking nightmare.
I could never.
Remember that if you're calling a place because you need help, it's like a customer service thing, or God forbid the IRS. Hey, listen, if you have to call the IRS, I'm so fucking sorry, and don't start there. It will break you down as a person. It will humiliate you and it will make you so small. They are, it's not you, it's them.
It's 100% a nightmare.
The IRS, I don't even think of as a phone number you can call because it isn't. For numbers you can call, like Nissan, there's a couple pieces of advice that I think will really help you. One, like Elle said, you should think about what you want to say. Going back to pieces of advice we got as a kid, a piece of advice that I got from my Virgo grandmother, an icon, Kathy, that I think about all the time and has actually completely changed my life is that she said, when you're going to the doctor, you need to be mindful of their time and yours, and you should always have a list.
See, yeah, that's cool. Being prepared makes sense.
And take 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes before the phone call to think, these are the things I need to make sure we talk about so that you can glance down at your list. And you're going to say, no, I should be able to just remember. I shouldn't need a list. Blah, 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 blah. How is that going to help you?
Yeah.
How is all the shoulds going to help you when you're sitting there on the phone that you know makes you anxious, panicking? My real advice is to be nice to yourself instead of bullying yourself into like the perpetuated anxiety spiral that phone does for people. Because actually, Your only job is to be a nice, normal person. And remember that the person you're calling has had worse today. They have had worse today. You are not even going to be memorable to them. No matter what weird shit you say.
That's true. That's a really good. And I feel like the hardest thing is making calls for yourself because like I was thinking about this and I was like, where does the anxiety begin and end for me? Like, where is this? Like, when is making a list really gonna come in for me? And I was thinking back to when I was a assistant broadcast engineer, and I'm thinking about, I had to make loads of calls to like businesses and vendors and like technical people way over my head and all this stuff. And that never freaked me out either.
Yeah.
It really is the personal stuff. I don't know.
Well, and it's like Elle has dropped in the chat again, which is that she likes to pretend she's making calls for someone else. I do that all the time. And Joe and I talk about this. Joe's also in the chat, where we're both people who don't have a problem with phone. But if it's for me, I will put it off so much longer than I will Mason, for example, if it's for you. And
yeah, I can make an appointment for you. 5 seconds. Easy. Who you need me to call? Bug? The car dealership? Literally Satan? I'll call them. But if it's for me, no way.
Well, first of all, I do need you to call the car dealership. But so if that helps. But no, like the thing is, you are going to be done with this phone call. And it's a thing that's weighing on you. This is kind of advice for anything that's weighing on you. Here's what I want you to do if you have a call like the one that Mason needs to make to Nissan. First of all, plan for it to take the whole day. Just plan for it to. I know. Because your worry is that it's going to take the whole day. Yeah. Plan for it to.
Okay.
Then the only thing that can happen is it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, the other thing that can happen, and this is a problem when you put stuff off, is that you call and you're like wrong about their hours and they're not open Thursdays, right? But like...
That's a relief, though.
Yeah, and then you need to plan a different day that it can take all of. Just expect it to take all day. You will get better at phone calls, and they will stop taking all day, but meet yourself where you are. And like Atticus said in the chat, we don't should ourselves in this house. Stop waiting for yourself to become a person who doesn't get anxious about the phone.
Okay. I'm going to call Nissan. Not today, because I don't have all day.
No.
But maybe on Friday or Saturday.
You can't, you probably can't call them on Friday or Saturday. So
true.
My last piece of advice is that you should make business calls. Don't do it on Monday. Don't do it on Friday. You need to make your business calls. You need to set your day for in the middle of the week, because that will allow you to have leeway if you need to get a call back the next day, if you need to get something in motion, if something happens and you're not able to reach them when you expected. A lot of times, like when a place like the IRS, and I hope you never have to call them, has really high call volumes, you have to call as soon as they open, and you have to game the system, and you have to put a bunch of cheat codes into your phone and shit.
Yeah.
Most calls aren't that high level. Most calls are normal, but check their hours, because a lot of places will have specific hours and be based out of like specific states, and plan for it. And then just do it. And then that is all you have to do that day.
As Joe said in the chat, yuck. Sometimes you're so helpful and reasonable, Bug.
That's all I aim to be.
Yeah. A quick check-in with chat. Leonard says the one time that you will be forgotten is actually a solution to anxiety instead of the source when making a phone call. And Joe said something that I think is very, very accurate too, which is that self-advocating, Joe says self-advocating is hard in general. That's what's the problem for me, not the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that too. Oh, and Elle says after the call is over, get yourself a special drink.
Yeah, and whatever that means to you, it could be a strawberry milk, a banana milk for you freaks out there.
Yeah.
Any kind of milk.
Like a dog shit latte with just a bunch of sugar and caramel and stuff in it. Oh.
Or if you're Moss, you can go treat yourself to your favorite drink, a Pike Place from Starbucks.
It's not my favorite drink. It's just a coffee I like. It's nostalgic. I wrote in my journal, I wish I had it with me. I saw it the other day. I wrote like, Pike Place tastes like, it was something like the morning of when you're leaving for a road trip, the like cool air, the pavement warming up, the smell of like the inside of a car that you're not used to riding in. That's what Pike Place is to me. It's not my favorite drink. It's just a nostalgic one. I like that burnt coffee. It feels like the start of an adventure.
Pike Place has notes of petrichor.
Yeah, Pike Place has notes of childhood.
It does. It has that gas station Riz that does absolutely feel like the start of a journey.
Gas station Riz is a little offensive. I think it's better than that because gas station coffee is a different level of bad.
Yeah, I guess, except a lot of those grind their beans fresh and shit now, so I don't know.
Yeah, but the beans are made out of like compacted grounds of old beans. They're gnarly. They're dry. They're bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's also literally how Starbucks does their beans.
Yeah, well, whatever. We're not here to talk about that. Alex says an aroma of pavement, notes of gasoline. Colin says I just had flashbacks to the beginning of long car trips.
I got in trouble, so not trouble, but when I worked with a sommelier, I was like, this one kind of tastes like gas. And she was like, totally. So we say petrol to the customers.
That's so great. Well, isn't one of them cat pee too? Isn't it?
Yeah, cat piss. So if you're a fan of the New Zealand Sauv Blanc, which I fucking am, there is like an ammonia kind of cat piss thing going on. It might sound weird if you're not familiar with it, but it's also really similar to grapefruit.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very tangy. And it is very ammoniac? Ammoniac?
I'm an ammoniac.
Ammonia-adjacent?
It is. I see Egg Queen in the chat, first of all, is a revealed freak, loves nanner milk, and also I know she fucks with that New Zealand Sauv Blanc, and she says she describes it as grassy.
Actually, yeah, and Joe says, I'm going to take the pipes out of Lord of the Rings, and they're all just drinking Pike Place before the journey. Which, that feels like something that would happen in like a ruined sort of new version of it. And then Colin says the delivery of the totally is so validating and also so disappointed. I don't know what that was in reference to. I think I forgot if one of us said totally.
I'm sure we did. Totally.
And Sudsley the Kingmaker says ammoniac. Isn't that the 90s cartoon?
I love ammoniacs.
I loved the ammoniacs.
Ammoniacs.
When they did the 50 states thing.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, all the countries in the world, Panama, Peru.
Are you wacko or yakko?
Oh, I'm fucking absolute. Ooh, that's tough. I might, you do have dot energy, not to just like immediately be like the girl one is you.
I do. Thank you.
Dot's crazy, and you have dot energy.
Is one of the best representations of a woman I've ever seen in media.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. Okay. Well, hold on. Here's something for that I have prepared. Actually.
Come on! Now it's time for What Are You?
All right, chat. It's time to play What Are You? Which Animaniac am I? Which Animaniac is Bug? And which Animaniac are you? I think there's only 3 to choose from.
There are only 3 Animaniacs, unless we're forgetting some deep lore.
Yakko, a Wacko, and a Dot. Right?
Yep, and I'm seeing in the chat that we already have some pretty solid consensus that you are Yakko.
Yakko, not Wacko. Interesting. So Yakko is the one with the pants on, if I'm not mistaken. And I feel like he is sort of I feel like he's the default Animaniac, isn't he?
The one with the pants on?
Yeah, he's the pants on. He's kind of like the gang leader, I guess. Not the one who's like, hey guys,
like
let's
the
go do this
Alvin
thing.
of the group.
Yeah, he's the most ignorable to me. You know what I mean? He's the facilitator. Wacko's the wild card, and Dot is the truly crazy one.
Well, the voice actors have such energy.
They do. I had a friend who got to meet several times the voice actor of Wacko, which is fun.
Hell yeah, dude.
Rob Paulson. No, Rob Paulson is Yakko. I don't remember who Wacko is.
We're losing it trying to parse the Animaniacs.
Yeah. So in the chat, Colin says Moss is Yakko. Joe says I can't remember which one's which. Colin says that he strives to be a Yakko, but is in fact a Wacko. Ooh, Colin, I'm not sure. I kind of feel like you might be on the Yakko energy. Egg Queen says I aspire to be a Minerva Mink.
Minerva Mink. That sounds so familiar.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. Minerva is an anthropomorphic mink with an hourglass figure. She, much like Hello Nurse, is designed to be attractive, according to the Animaniacs wiki. Very Jessica Rabbit coded.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. That's what Elle said that in the chat. The Jessica Rabbit of Animaniacs.
Yeah, she got that too. Joe says Yakko is the less dumb one. And Colin has met Yakko, Rob Paulson. That's awesome. Colin says, I've met him, and he's a great guy, and so are you. Thanks, Colin. That's very sweet. My neighbor Michael says, I'm definitely a yakko. Too weird to be normal, too normal to be a weirdo.
Yeah, and I think that's right for you too, because I was trying to remember which one is the brainy one. And I think you are the brainy one based on the way he's brainy.
Yeah, I guess that does make
sense. Which is like a freak way.
I'll accept the yakko. I think I just am looking for my inner wacko. I want to be... Everyone's got a sun, moon, and rising animaniac. Yeah.
And it's all three of them. You just put them in different places. And I think that you are definitely a yakko, and you are kind of suffering from the same thing, which is that you're an older brother who wants the freedom of being the youngest.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And I think Yakko has the older brother energy. That makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. And Joe has pointed out Moss has such little knowledge on so much media and then pops off with the deep Animaniacs lore. I fucking loved Animaniacs, dude. Growing up, there was KTLA. I don't know if that's a station that's familiar to anyone. Also, thanks for the follows to people who just followed on Twitch in real time. KTLA was like a TV channel that I just remember stumbling on, and it had like the Warner Brothers stuff. It had
Why did you have KTLA out of Los Angeles and Southern California?
I don't know, man. I had Dish Network as a kid.
Oh, shit. Yeah, me too.
And KTLA was just on there. And Saturday morning cartoons are my shit, man. And I watched the heck out of Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, all that stuff. And I had an Animaniacs video game that I played like daily for a while on my computer with Yakko, Wacko, and Dot. It was like a top-down adventure game, and you had to like blow up bad guys and solve puzzles. It was great.
Okay, so it's time.
It's time?
It's time. I don't know if we have a stinger for this, but I have to ask our listeners if they know something that like nobody ever knows, and I feel like I was the only one to experience. We need something for this.
Is this anything? Nothing?
Yeah.
Something? Or still nothing? Is this anything at all?
Is this anything at all? Hey, chat. Maybe some of you also had a stepmom that wasn't married to your dad anymore, that you spent a lot of time with, and she like babysat you and you hung out, and she had HBO.
Oh,
and
like,
so
I feel like the car of that sentence was going down like a strange...
Yeah, I'm like, hey, guys.
You were going down a strange back road, and then you cut a hard left turn into a Target.
I'm imagining the animation. We're going to eventually have animations for all of our little stingers that'll play, and it'll just be like me driving my bug car down.
All right.
We'll get the presidency of the United States to let us use their music.
So HBO... Oh, you mean the band, like the people who did Love. Yeah. So HBO had children's programming, and it fucking ripped. Oh, you've told me about some of the shows like Crashbox.
Crashbox was a mixed media, stop motion, animation, puppets, crazy shit game show for kids. That was insane. You had Happily Ever After, fairy tales for every child.
Wow, and the first time ever someone else knows Crashbox. Sudsley the Kingmaker.
Sudsley knows. I feel like a king. I am always asking people, and then they're looking at me like I'm rich, and I'm like, no, listen. I didn't grow up rich. I was just in a TV family.
A very TV-watching family?
I have a theory that every poor family has a thing. You know, like some poor families, their kids always get a car when they turn 16.
Yeah.
We had like TV and computers was our thing.
That makes sense. So you owe it to yourself, if you don't know what Crashbox is, you owe it to yourself to watch, like just look it up on YouTube and watch a tiny bit of it.
Yes.
Because it's fucking bonkers, dude. Some quality children's programming. But HBO was like the premium thing you had to pay for, right? So we certainly didn't have HBO.
I watched a lot of HBO as a kid, also not just the children's programming. I love HBO. I think that some of the shows they produce are some of the best shows ever made, like 6 Feet Under. I watched You Don't Know Jack whenever it came out when I was like 14, and it completely changed the way I feel about physician-assisted suicide. I fucking love HBO.
That was a wild sentence for someone who doesn't know what you're talking about, like me.
Jack Kevorkian.
That's trippy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I know 6 Feet Under. I have a lot of friends who really loved 6 Feet Under. It is, I think, the only show I have ever seen where I never felt like they didn't know where they were going.
It is
Interesting.
5 seasons, and it tells a story, and then it is done.
5 tight seasons.
I think 5 seasons is the perfect length for a drama.
I think the perfect length is when the original writers say, we're done.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a big beef with Supernatural, man.
Yeah.
And I won't get into it because I don't want to just talk about media all morning.
But this is, you hate media. But this is why HBO is great, because HBO does miniseries and limited series. HBO does things that end.
Buck, are you getting secretly paid by HBO?
HBO, would you like that? Would you like to do that with me? I, a lifelong fan of the home box office. I think your audio logo is one of the best. I'm inspired by it. I'm always checking it out and saying, God, how'd they do this? Second only to THX. HBO.
So
Hi.
I thought you were saying, what did you say? HBO, do you like this? I thought that was like the slogan. Do you like to do this with me?
Do you like it when I do it and we could and with money for me?
That's definitely the new slogan for HBO. Also, though, in the chat, we have a warning about that because Colin, who is, for real, IRL, the final person ever hired by Rooster Teeth before they closed down.
That is very true.
Colin is the last hire at Rooster Teeth, and Colin said in all caps, don't take Warner money.
Yeah.
I've been down this road before.
Yeah, that's true,
Yeah.
actually.
Real talk, Warner Brothers is a fucking mess.
Hey, real talk, all of these media conglomerates are just destroying and exploding and not here for you and don't care about you and just make your art and own your IP.
Oh, if this was a
Don't
news,
sell your IP.
If this was a news show, oh man, I would
excuse
go
me.
off. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep into this topic because I'll start ranting. But the media takeover is terrifying. Thanks for enjoying independent media like Bug and Moss, the morning telephone show where you get all your most important daily news about things like the Animaniacs and other Warner Brothers properties.
Yeah. I see everyone in the chat talking about, being indie, whatever. And I love what Joe said, which is that's so fair. And I respect that so much. But goddamn, imagine paying bills without stressing. Hey, I was talking with a friend recently and we were talking about how our fantasy is having everything on autopay.
That's all I want, man.
That's literally, we were both like, I love my life. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I don't want money over my joy and my comfort, but fuck, one day I'm going to have all my bills on autopay.
Yeah, man, that is like, that would be living in the lap of luxury.
That to me, that's everything because that's stability, and stability is all I need.
Yeah. Autopay scares me too, Sid. Sid says autopay scares me.
Yeah.
And I gotta know exactly to the cent what's coming out of my bank account because otherwise I'm boned, dude. Speaking of, patreon.com/Bug and Moss. Hey, Bug. We just received a gift in our voicemail. We received a treat. Michael Colby has sent us another quiz. If you remember last time Michael Colby sent us that quiz, it was like a very fun sound designed quiz about movies. He has sent Quiz for Mason 2.
Hell yes.
.mp3.
.mp3.
Breaking out them lossy bits. Here we go.
Mason, you gotta help me again. They got me this time. They drugged me, and now I'm in a big white room. I have no idea how I got here, and I don't see any way out. You have to come find me. What the hell is this? It's like a rack filled with guns. Where did this come from? I mean, I guess I can try to fight my way out, but I don't see how I could. Mason, they're shooting at me. How am I going to stop all these bullets?
Oh, Michael, what a treat. Oh, amazing.
That was so good.
That's so great. Okay. In a white room, he's drugged. Chat, don't spoil this for me if you get it, but Michael's trying to get me to guess a movie. There's guns. He's got to fight his way out. Unless I'm guessing a video game? Do you know this?
I have no idea what this is.
You don't know what this one is? Oh, man. All right. Maybe we do need to work together. Okay, in chat, anyone who's hanging out with us live, and I'm sorry, podcast listeners, Coyote Astronaut says Wuthering Heights, obviously. Don't say what it is, but tell me if you do think you know what it is. This is so hard. This is so... Joe says, also, he only wants Mason's help. He has very little faith in Brooke, LOL. I think Michael knows that Brooke knows more things than me. But Michael has got us both, so I'm assuming you're welcome.
My best guess is that this is one of those, like, you know those movies where they're trying to make the family annihilator type the hero? You know, Keanu Reeves is in a lot of them.
Yeah, like John Wick.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, though, so I don't know if this, I don't think that's how that starts.
So Coyote Astronaut says, oh, I know. Alistair, Rerun is my friend Alistair, who I play D&D with every weekend. He was trying to trick me by staying anonymous. I see you, Alistair. Alistair says, yeah, I got an idea. And my neighbor Michael says, oh, I thought this one was too easy. Michael, you got us good on this.
Is it like the Bourne Identities or something?
Ooh, I haven't seen those.
I have, but I forgot them.
White Room, drugged, rack of guns.
Guns.
Question mark?
Guns. I'm like, guns. If I keep saying
If
guns.
you keep saying guns, maybe eventually it will happen.
Okay, yeah. Can you tell us, is it a movie or a video game? Can you give us the media?
Rerun says lots of bullets.
Is this how Hitman starts?
That's a good question.
Okay, it's a movie.
It's a movie. Coyote Astronaut says y'all have already said a thing that is so close. Oh, man.
This isn't The Matrix.
This isn't The Matrix. It surely isn't The Matrix. Michael says also a video
movie
game.
and a video game. Big franchise video game or video game about a movie?
Ooh, this has got to suck if you do know. You got to be like, oh, come on, Bug and Moss.
I mean, it's not Men in Black. It's not like White Room.
I don't know why I'm
and
making
comics.
all these,
comics.
monkey gestures while I'm thinking.
Okay, Marvel or DC or indie. Like, what are we talking about?
Michael says it's a movie and a video game and comics, and we said it. You said The Bourne Identity?
Is it that one?
I don't know if there's a video game for that.
Is there a comic book for that?
I don't know, man. Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
Gun game.
Can you imagine if that's how they delivered the line in the movie? Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
And then Jesus is like, yeah, I see that.
Holy shit, it's Jesus.
Okay. Guns, bullets. Is the video game a bullet hell type? It's type game.
Ooh, good question. I wonder if we're gonna have to take the answer off the air, or do we give up? Do we give up and get the answer?
I think you might have to tell us what it is.
I am blanked. I have completely no idea. And Colin says Duke Nukem voice. Oh my God. Junt. That's Jason Bourne.
Hell yes.
And Michael is not going to give us the answer.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Well, I see in our YouTube chat that we have got Bug Fan Club and Heather in there. Hey guys. Don't want to leave you hanging. And I see that Bug Fan Club has said, yes, we don't shit ourselves in this house. We don't. Or shit ourselves. Well,
we don't shit ourselves, but we sometimes
shit ourselves. And then Heather, thank you for sharing the show on Facebook. We are on TikTok. We're not like live. You have to have like a certain amount of whatever to be live on different platforms.
Yeah. So we're only live on Twitch, and then we simulcast that over to YouTube if you want to check out there. We are on Instagram at 848mossbug and TikTok at Bug and Moss if you want to follow us there. But we're mostly posting clips of this show. So if you're here, you probably already see it, but that's a great way to share it if you want to tell some friends about it.
Hell yeah. I also see that Heather joined the Patreon. Thank you, Heather, and welcome.
Thank you so much. And also Atticus joined the Patreon. Thank you, Atticus.
Thank you so much.
Wow, that's awesome. I just popped over to my email and I saw that. That's so
also,
cool.
Mason, I think this is back on you. Michael says there's a bunch of Podcubes that reference this.
There's a bunch of Podcubes, which for those who don't know is my comedy podcast that I make with Tucker and Jordan and Habe.
If you don't, just go listen to it.
Is it The Matrix? Is that where it's...
Is it The Matrix?
Is that not The Matrix? The Matrix starts with the guy, he's like alive in the normal world, and then the other guy's like, do you want to take some pills?
Is this how The Matrix, is this how when he comes to the different part?
That's tricky.
Okay, it's The Matrix.
It's The Matrix. It's got to be The Matrix. Are we correct? Is it The Matrix?
Tucker's going to be so mad at us.
Tucker's going to be so disappointed in me that I did not represent this. They're going to be so pissed.
We're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, I have seen The Matrix. It is The Matrix.
It's The Matrix.
All right, amazing.
Yeah, really early on, we're like, it's not The Matrix.
Wow, so I see why you thought that would be easy, Michael, but we absolutely fucking beefed it.
I haven't seen The Matrix in a while.
You know, the woo was a clue at the end. I think that was the bullet
Yeah.
time. The big shot
And
where
I
like,
did immediately think of Matrix because of the sound design.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen The Matrix in a long time, but we watch a lot of VFX like behind the scenes.
Yeah,
so we've watched a lot of breakdowns of that specific bullet time section.
We're a Corridor Crew house over here. We love watching the Corridor Crew stuff. Because I love 3D. I want to like do VFX. There was a while where I focused so hard on Blender because I was like, I'm going to make this my career.
Yeah.
And then I never did. But it's still really cool.
Well,
Love that
because
stuff.
it's really hard when you're looking into whether or not you're going to make something your career. Actually, here's a question for everyone, and like maybe a little bit of a topic change for us.
Okay, there's only 60 seconds left, so
that's fine, and we can get some calls in for it. What is something that you considered making a career, but you decided you loved it too much? For me, that's cooking. I kind of decided whether or not I wanted to go to culinary school or I wanted to pursue like a more traditional college path. And I decided that I didn't want to cook as a job. I didn't want to be a chef. That didn't appeal to me.
I think the impulse to turn every single one of your hobbies into a job is one of the most toxic and sort of personally eroding things. One of the most personally eroding forces that we have. And so I think it's really important to have hobbies that you don't try and turn into a job or a side gig that are just for you.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know what those are for you. That's a great call to action. 848 Moss Bug. Leave us a voicemail, send us a message. The voicemail box is still looking pretty empty, so if you want to get your things in, pretty guaranteed you'll get it on the air soon. We do have one from Michael Colby that's a follow-up to the quiz.
Oh my God. Michael, thank you for that quiz. We're stupid, but it was awesome.
It was awesome. Thank you for joining us. Love you, Bug.
Love you, Moss.
This is Boss and Mug.
The rumor come out. Does Bruno Mars is gay?
The missile knows where it is because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, the guidance subsystem drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively